Hello guys, what's up? So I want to talk more about seeing the world for what it is, In the last video I talked about the religious cult and the cult mentality of religions. Now I made this image to describe how I perceive religion straight out. If you look at this that way, you may acknowledge that it's a psychological system that locks your mind, It closes your mind from other ideas or possibilities. Feel free to take a screenshot of this meme and use it how you like. I don't care about credit. History has been rewritten over and over again. You see this happening all the time. Just look at how many times the Bible has been translated, all the different translations. Don't you think the rewriting of the history happened with the Bible over 1,000 years before you were born? I mean, how difficult is it to start questioning this, How about this simpler meme, where Nada is putting on his glasses and seeing the world for what it is? But this is like, no matter what they return, that there seems to be a cult, Everything is a cult. Everybody seems to be worshipping something, Stop worshipping, dude. Don't give your power to something else. People worship sports, they worship politics, left or the right, like liberalism or MAGA. They worship NASA, they worship flat earth, they worship religion, and so on and so on. But then you got this new age nonsense, this pagan mumbo jumbo, like these so-called star seeds, Now you have to assume that the universe model that we've been given by NASA is correct. To believe in this gibberish hocus pocus. Now we're gonna debunk that they told us the truth about the cosmos. I'm gonna debunk that in hope that someone is waking up from the psychosis. Besides, some of these people are truly some crazy grifters, man. This guy's gonna charge you hundreds of dollars, man, if not up to $1,000 or more for almost nothing at all. Yeah, so he's basically gonna charge you thousands of dollars or $666 for his psychosis, man. Yeah, and here's this star seed, check it out, man. Yeah, so this grifter, modern monarch or monarch coach, as he calls himself, is preaching this message that this world is going through a purification and every system is crumbling for there to become a new system, of a heavenly, wholesome system or something like that. I'm sorry, but it's controlled demolition and we are not in control of it. I'm sorry. This so-called crumbling is just so that the old system can be replaced with the AI governance and the North American Union and basically the New World Order agenda. Yeah, this guy is totally delusional, man. I'm sorry. I don't say this to make fun of him. I'm just being real here. And he kind of deserves this because of the prices of his products he's selling. That is probably not even worth $10. Yeah, I don't know what drugs he's on, but be careful so you not overdose, man. Yeah, drugs are bad. I think a lot of people are realizing that in these communities that we are being lied to about everything, Yeah, but except from the cosmological model, they lie about everything, absolutely everything, except from that, Yeah, that makes sense. Haven't you seen these stars being like watery patterns? They zoom in on the stars and then doing this weird water-like patterns moving around, like they have like look like frequencies and stuff like that. it's a trick, you know. This whole world were designed by the fallen ones. People do religion, think it was made of some benevolent creator, you know. But that was not how it happened. First of all, you got the Vedic creation story, saying the world was made from sacrificing the first being, the first primordial being. And the same goes for Norse mythology. It's saying that saying the exact same thing, that Ymir was slaughtered by Odin and the gods, the primordial gods, to create the world. And even Jesus say in this Gospel of Thomas 56 that those who come to find the world have found a corpse. So the world is a corpse, you know. You know that matches very well up with these ancient mythologies, like Vedic and Norse. And we get even another giant from Asian mythology. And the world was made from this giant too. So there's different versions of this Pan-Gu story. But in one of them, his body essentially became the world. So there's that. We got 4 different separated cultures saying the same thing. How about that? We got the Gnostic text from supposedly Jesus' words, saying the world is a corpse. We got the Norse creation story, Vedic creation story, and now we got this Chinese or Asian creation story. Now, if you ask me, I think that's a pretty solid case, man. So if you are very skeptical about NASA and have understood that they are lying about everything, then this is gonna be a pretty good alternative, because it's written down in history, and they have rewritten history, you know? So this is the original history, essentially. So if the world is a corpse, if the world is a giant, what body part are we on? I think the 7 seas, the ocean, is a pretty strong indicator of what body part we are on. Because it's salt water, and on what body part do you find salt water? The eye, of course. And as I have shown in other videos, the interior of the cornea matching up with this popular flat earth model, you know? This so-called firmament is identical to the cornea, in fact. And the pupil works well as a flat foundation for our continents. However, this proves that the Earth is not actually flat. It's actually a spherical object. It's just this particular surface that we are on that is flat, but the rest is spherical, meaning the world is a globe. But don't get me wrong, I'm not like these hater globe earthers. I'm all for proving that or acknowledging at least that the surface we are on is flat and there's no curvature on this surface. Now, when I search for ancient cosmology, I get these interesting images. And if you pay attention here, you can see that it has this repeating theme of an eye, you know? You see, if that doesn't look like an eye, then I don't know what looks like an eye, you know? But it's like based on that version of cosmos, or the world that we are being given. It's like based on the original, like the truth, you know? We got this twisted version of the truth. You know, you can see how it have evolved from eye globe to orbiting objects like we have today. History is constantly being rewritten, but you ain't fooling me. There's nothing new under the sun. If you see in this picture, You got the sun kind of like surrounding Earth in a circle. That's interesting, because it looks like an iris. So we got essentially the theme of an iris here, as well as in this picture. And you see that a beast is laid as a foundation, just like Mud Fossil University, Roger Spur, has proven for us. Yeah, so you got that cornea of the eye projecting, like a 2D image, like a holographic projection. Yeah, you know, some will not accept anything as evidence for this so-called firmament, but it's some kind of evidence. When I put everything together, it builds a pretty strong case though. Something these flat earth grifters can't do, because they are operating to deceive us, to gatekeep us, making the notion that the surface is flat like into looking ridiculous with his tinfoil hat cap, you know. These guys are everywhere. If they ain't talking about this, then they are grifters, then they are scammers. It's no wonder Flat Earth is getting so much hate, you know. Should be easy to see. Yeah, and we get this old document we found. It's called Philosophia Sacra, and I can't read Latin, but it's essentially showing that the light projection are happening inside the cornea, in perhaps different layers or something. I don't know exactly how that works. But you know, the fallen ones, they were able to do anything. They could have created multiple layers inside the cornea if they wanted, probably. So they created this arc out of a body part, the eye, and you can essentially do a multitude of different things with glass and light projections, and you know, there's probably an unlimited possibilities. When you take a magnifying glass and move it from yourself, you might see the picture inside it is turning upside down. Yeah, I think that should tell you something about how this works. How this creates the illusion that you're upside down on the other side of the world. Yeah, you could probably do anything. Don't be so narrow-minded. And do you ever pay attention to the shade of the moon? You know, sometimes it just don't add up with the position of the sun. That's probably why someone said that the moon is creating its own light or something. Now, but then again, what is the moon even? So we have this map that was hanging on the UN. It's a very rare and obscure map. Later it was removed from the UN. So the only example of this map we can find is probably photography of that map that was hanging there. But as you can see, if we overlap the moon in the correct order here, it matches very well with this map. And there you go, since here we see the world is, our known world is arranged in a different way here than we are used to on the Google Earth. These patterns are actually visible on the moon, and it matches up perfectly. And even this map is showing the world inside an eye. There's a picture of an eye right there. So maybe that explains why the world was used to be called Terra, because that sounds very similar to the word terrarium. It's like we are inside of a terrarium, right? I'm not sure if that's been mentioned many times before. So this pretty much debunks the biblical creation story, not saying anything about the body part of a giant at all. And of course it debunks the mainstream science cosmological model as well, if you choose to accept this as the truth. Of course, this is only gonna be for the ones who acknowledge that everything we've been told is a lie. Of course, many people are very gullible and is holding tight on to what they've been told, and will even go so far to defend it by attacking different opinions or ideas. They have become part of the Matrix. So yeah, there's pretty much a cult for everything, except from this, of course. Except from the ancient creation stories and original cosmologies. It's like Ken Wheeler said, the truth is not popular, and what is popular is not true. Yeah, and I know this is gonna be a very hard pill to swallow for someone. That probably goes especially for the most popular person in the whole world. You know who? The bright morning star, of course. Sorry guys, I know you just want to be on the right side, but you should try to see the world for what it is, you know? Filled with psychological operations in every corner you look. Same goes for this Galactic Council of Lightworkers and star seeds and the New Age Mambo Jumbo and you know, I used to believe in the modern cosmology, but I decided to come to the bottom of what is the lie behind it. And when someone says a star, I think of this. Yeah, so if you believe in a star, then you are being duped into some kind of pagan worship, I guess. So that's pretty much the psychosis of the world, you know. This is the common theme that is appearing over and over again. Star worship or hypocritical idolatry, you get the point. But you know, who is the greatest of all time? The GOAT? You know, do the math. I think Jesus is way more popular than the devil. I mean, even if it's real, it's fake. That's another way to put it. Yeah, so maybe please expose these grifters and maybe share this video in some Starseed forum maybe, or maybe in one of these lightworker forums or any forum, maybe a flat earth forum, maybe anywhere, you know, anywhere where people seek the truth, or where people are being duped into believing this hockey puck, gibberish, psychosis. And if you're new to this channel, I can encourage you to subscribe. I cover very fringe subjects, that is very mind-blowing things you would never expect. We go a little bit beyond the mud fossil subject and have some additional information about the mud fossil subject. Please hit the like button and give a comment if you want to. I would appreciate that very much. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you and your families are doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.